Speaking of, I don't know, you tell me. Let's get to the 5. And on the 5, Eric Bolling. You know, you can see, especially now with Roger Ailes out, you can see the split at Fox. And at Fox, initially these splits are, you know, it's actually fascinating because you have this little micro history in Republican politics where, you know, this is all theater and these are all casts. So as I said yesterday, as right-wing Mandela, like Sean Hannity is supposed to be the second string quarterback at Her Lady of Perpetual Disappointment High School. That's a specific thing. Bill O'Reilly is supposed to be the drunk sort of like bond salesman maybe who lives across the way from Our Lady of Perpetual Disappointment, right? Then we've got like all of the women that Bill O'Reilly wished lived in the same neighborhood, and they spout crazy conservative talking points. And then even then you have differences, right? You have like Laura Ingraham is doing like the woman version of white, racist, Irish, ethnic politics. Then you got Dana Perino, country club Republican, right? And Eric Bolling was supposed to be I worked at Goldman, 9/11, man, never forget, or wherever the fuck he worked. He probably didn't work at Goldman. He probably wasn't good enough to work at Goldman. And now what you have, though, with Donald Trump is you have some actual divisions here because at the end of the day, they were all just selling you know, they're essentially on the same page with everything. And now some of them are pretending that they're not on the same page and pretending to be really aggrieved by Trump. You have Ailes out. He's not commanding the ship in the same way. And now there's this whole new thing on the right that Breitbart and Alex Jones and everybody else appeals to, which is the alt-right, which wasn't inbuilt into Fox. So Bolling sees his opportunity to be a Trump loyalist, meathead belligerent, and maybe, just maybe, start also speaking to the conspiracy reaches of the internet so that he can make the jump to Trump TV when that launches after Donald Trump loses. So here he is getting into a conflict about polls with the country club Republican par excellence, Dana Perino.
These polls, Dana, I'm honestly, we have to stop with these polls. They're insane with the polls. You look at these, just look what's going on. You look at a Trump rally and there's 12, 15,000, 10,000 people.
You cannot believe.
And then you look at Hillary Clinton and you have, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000. But that speaks volumes.
That's a real
versus
disservice.
a poll 82 days out.
It's a real disservice to
whom?
His supporters to lie to them that that those polls don't matter. You cannot take 12,000 people at a rally that are your definite supporters. They are going to show up the campaign and then say the polls are wrong.
She has that opportunity.
But one person sitting at home still cancels out somebody at a rally.
It's not fair.
Here's why polls really shouldn't matter or shouldn't ever matter. You pick up the phone and you say, who are you going to vote for? That person on the other end of the phone says, well, I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton.
But
they're not out there voting.
But when the
people
polls
who
are
are getting
good,
out in the street and going to a rally, those are people who get up off the couch and go hear something and go say something. That's why I think
you're saying they're motivated.
Size of crowds is more indicative of following or even polling than actual people.
But I would say that a person sitting home getting up to vote cancels out the person there. It's the same value.
That's exactly what we said in 2012 when people that supported Romney were told that the polls are wrong, Romney's going to win, and then they were so mad and disappointed.
Yeah, they stopped watching because they thought we lied to them, and we deserved it.
And even Kellyanne Conway this morning talking to Bill and Martha said the polls are right, but they think that the polls can be turned around. She said they're going to start running ads in a few
No
weeks.
one's saying
polls are
pollster. She does
polls are a snapshot in time.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
I'm saying there's a consistent
here's the weather.
pattern.
Take a picture of the weather and expect that to be the weather.
All right.
82
we
days
get your
from
point, but I'm just saying there's a consistent pattern. It's not one poll or that poll. It's all the polls. So here's the thing.
Okay, who is the woman that says she's a pollster?
That's Kim Guilfoyle.
Oh, Kim Guilfoyle. We should get that as a sound drop. I don't know why there was something kind of hysterical about that. So the ship is falling apart at Fox News, and Eric Bolling's sitting there like, no one else got the memo. Like, he's the nominee. We support him. And I guess Dana Perino has some type of bizarre loyalty to the Bush family or something, or wants to maintain some sort of semi-credibility in her brand in case she wants to go and do corporate consulting on communications work or something instead of being a pundit. Juan Williams has clearly been enjoying Roger Ailes not being around and kind of thinking to himself like, oh my God, this whole thing might implode. And you know what? I'm not going to get hired on Trump news. So maybe I might actually need to get a semi-respectable journalistic job again. And Gutfeld, I literally don't know what Gutfeld is saying. It sounded like he agreed with Dana Perino.
It's very odd. He was agreeing, and it's always hard to know how to react when you find yourself agreeing with Greg Gutfeld.
Yeah, well, it makes me want to say that Eric Bolling is right. Don't trust the polls.
I think Gutfeld knows. The difference between Bolling and Gutfeld is I think Gutfeld knows which way the wind's blowing on a lot of this stuff, and Bolling's still in denial.
You guys don't get it. It's live from the Ford Foundation and Barack Obama and everyone.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.